Hello, and welcome back to Salon Kitsta. Today, as the title indicates, we're doing my makeup. While I was staying with friends through June and May, I received a bit of a makeup boot camp from my friend who lived there. Shoutouts to her, she taught me very well. By the end, I felt pretty confident in doing it, and then I haven't done it at all since. Mostly because there's not really many occasions to, even in situations where I kind of want to like dress up a little bit and do my nails and stuff like that. I still, the most important part of dressing up these days is one of these guys. And wearing makeup and then putting on a face mask is really uncomfortable and kind of pointless. So I've done like eye makeup a few times, but I haven't done like a full face since I moved out of my friend's place. So we're gonna see what I can remember. I'm not really sure how exactly this is all gonna go. Um, you want to, if you're trans, if you're born male, you probably want to shave your face. I think I did a pretty okay job. Um, that's like step zero. Now we can get into universally applicable stuff. I've never once tried this idea of doing my makeup in the webcam before as a mirror. I don't really know how it's gonna work. I also have like a mirror that my friend gave me, like her spare mirror. Just gonna inconspicuously clean this. So I'll probably end up using that more. Okay, so step one, or I guess this is actually also kind of a step zero, should moisturize your face. I don't know if this actually like super helps when it comes to applying the makeup. I think it's more just that like it's good to moisturize your face in general, just for good skincare. And if you put makeup on, then obviously you won't be able to moisturize for a while. You can't do it over top of the makeup, of course. So this is a moisturizer I bought in Japan at the recommendation of a friend. It's really, really good. It dries quite quickly, which I like. It doesn't feel like oily or greasy. It goes on very light. It has kind of a refreshing feel to it. And you really do feel moisturized without feeling wet, if that makes sense. Okay, let's see. The next thing we're going to do is put on our, not that, this makeup bag that my friend also gave me. Very generous and really made me feel kind of welcomed into this quite intimidating and overwhelming world. So we have all sorts of things here. Here we go, our primer. This is the first thing that goes on. And I'm using one called Angel Veil from NYX. I don't really know anything about primers. This I'm going to be using, it's like a little sponge. I think it's normally called a blender. I'm gonna go run it under the water a little bit because you want it to be sort of moist while you're working with it. Not like overly moist, not like dripping. But you just want it to be like, I don't know. If it's a little damp, I think it kind of moves it around better. So we squirt a little, just a little bit of it. I'm gonna use the mirror after all. And this isn't really doing anything, like it's not noticeable on its own. It just lays down like a primer, like when you're painting anything. You're just painting your face. So in the same way, you need to make your canvas conducive to things being painted on it. Damn, my acne is really bad. Why is my acne so bad? Could be stress, could be diet, could be lots and lots of things. But it's not good right now. Which is why you do makeup. That's the real, one of the many powers of makeup. You know, as you kind of become more advanced in it, You unlock the ability to really change the contours of your face and your just overall facial appearance and stuff in ways that are really quite dramatic and I would say even like profound, sublime. Yeah, I really can't overstate just how much I've come to appreciate makeup after really learning how to do it. Um, I don't know, I think I've covered everything. Um, but, you know, at a lower level, makeup can be quite powerful and just covering up defects in your skin, acne, little cuts and stuff. Okay, so next is foundation. This is one by a company called Too Faced, Born This Way. Basically, I had a few friends, my friend that I stayed with and then another friend that were both interested in teaching me how to do makeup. And both of them said like, the thing that you really need to buy on your own, that you can't kind of like borrow from other people is foundation, because it has to match your skin tone. So I went into Sephora and I was like, I want to buy some foundation. And they just kind of took me around, showed me a bunch of different colors. We kind of like worked out what color makes sense. So I would recommend doing something like that. Sephora is very friendly, very welcoming and understanding. So this is the first layer that's like, you know, like makeup for real. For real this time. You're really painting over your existing skin. I forgot. Usually I do this. I put it on my hand and then kind of like spread it around a bit so it has like a more even surface on this guy. So this you just want everywhere. It's going to be the, as the name implies, foundation for everything else. If you get it on your lips, that's okay, or at least for me it's okay, because I'm going to do lipstick too. Dang, I can still tell where my acne is underneath. But you can't really see it anymore, because before it was kind of like that irritated red bumps, and now it's just bumps. Who cares about bumps? Bumps are whatever. Really though, like who cares about acne at all? Makeup puts me in a weird position where like I don't really think people should be held to standards of the like what makeup achieves for you. I don't think should be like what people are judging you on. Like I don't think it's fair to be like, oh, pure beautiful acne-free skin is beautiful and pure. And if you have acne, that's kind of gross, you know, you're greasy or a loser or whatever. Like that, of course, is obviously really not fair. People kind of just get bad acne RNG, or they have a million circumstances in their life that make their diets bad or stress them out and exacerbate a proneness to acne. Excuse me. So, I don't know, makeup is kind of weird in that regard. Like it's like you're buying into something you don't really believe the full kind of like conclusion of it. Like if you follow the logic of makeup, you start implying some things that maybe you don't believe in. But I think that's true for really almost anything that you end up doing. Things that, when examined in enough depth, make you a hypocrite. I just focus on the fact that it's fun and that I like the way I look afterwards. And other people's reasons for doing makeup and the way other people judge other people's makeups is none of my business. Okay, how are we doing? I think we covered everything. I'm sweating a bit. I'm gonna open the window, maybe cool things off a little. Sweat is like the worst enemy of makeup, and as a person who sweats a lot, it's sometimes quite frustrating. Okay. Okay. It is what it is. There's a few spots where my acne is like particularly strong, and those we're going to cover up with concealer, which I believe is our next step. As I said, I haven't done this in a while. Let me just like take everything out and make sure there's stuff I'm not forgetting. My friend also bought me a set of brushes, which is really, really nice of her. It makes me really happy, like the sort of connections I'm making with people through learning things like this, through enhancing my girl skills, is really, really exciting. Okay. Just took everything out. Here you can see this wide assortment of brushes and things, and then also like a lot of dust and mess because I am not a very clean person and I don't clean my stuff as much as I should. Haha, oh well. Okay, what are we doing next? It is concealer. So this is Maybelline, very famous makeup brand that I remember from commercials all the time when I was a kid. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe she's natural. Maybe it's Maybelline. They would play that song. But like I don't really understand it because nobody looks like this normally. Like even so-called like natural look makeup, no makeup look and stuff. If you learn about makeup, you can tell. And presumably the people speculating in these videos like knew something about makeup. So concealer you can use for like a variety of things to conceal blemishes that kind of make it through the foundation. Another very common one is putting some around the shadows of your eyes, which is what I'm doing now. That basically everybody has some amount of like darkness underneath their eyes. Maybe there's some very, very lucky people out there that don't get that. But, especially in times like this where I'm pretty stressed and I'm not sleeping very well, they really build up very fast and give your eyes like a very sunken look. So you can offset that. This basically just makes it a little brighter underneath your eyes than the rest of your skin. So it makes this kind of optical illusion where even though it's like more set in and it's a darker color, it'll feel like it's like raised on the skin and it's like flatter. I don't know if you can tell. It's like subtle. But I think it looks a little different. And then you can also put some here for a similar effect. Like I have kind of like a Fukumoto face. I think I look kind of like a Kagi, and then my brow sticks out, and then it cuts in to the top of my nose, and then my nose sticks out a lot. In profile, I think I look like a Fukumoto character. So to offset that a little bit, to de-Fukumoto my face, you can put a little bit of foundation at like the deepest part, or not foundation, but concealer, at like the deepest part of this like brow crevice. It doesn't do anything in profile, but the idea is that hopefully it kind of like softens up my face a bit, flattens it out a little. I don't know. I don't really remember the technique of this. When my friend did it, it looked better. And then we can find like little other blemishes that we want to like conceal somewhere. I'm gonna put some on my upper lip because my acne there is pretty bad, and I always have like a bit of like lip shadow, they're called, which is I think it's because most people have like thicker mustache hair. So even if your mustache hair is shaved, I think that made it worse. because I took off some of the foundation. And now it's like more apparent, the acne and shaving, scarring. Maybe more is the answer. Maybe more is the answer. I don't know. I'm not an expert on this by any means. As I said, I got to the point staying at my friend's where I felt like confident in doing my routine. And I still mostly feel that. Like I remember like the steps I'm supposed to take and stuff. But I never got to the point where I was like, dang, I did a great job. It was more just like, all right, we're improving. Okay. Next, we are going to put on... Do I remember my routine? Yeah, the matte powder. So this is something... Right now my face is like very glossy, as you can see. As I turn it into the light, it's like shiny. You don't want that. Nobody wants to look shiny. So here we're going to use one of these big brushes, which feels very nice on your face, by the way. And some matte powder. This is by Rimmel London. Stay Matte. And this will, again, just kind of like flatten out my face a little bit. Remove that shininess. Remove the look that it's like wet. Okay. I don't know. I think it's making some difference. Look less shiny. Still kind of looks shiny. But maybe that's just like how it looks in the camera. In the mirror, it looks, I think, a lot less shiny. Something like that? I don't know. Now, one thing about makeup is that normally the face has like kind of a natural glow to it. Like when you blush, when your cheeks become flushed for whatever reason, there's like an expressiveness to the colors of your face. But with makeup, we kind of overpower that. So now you just manually blush. If someone says something embarrassing and it makes you want to use that blush emoji, instead you just whip this out real quick. Basically. Nah, we're just going to put on some blush. This should go, I think, around here, kind of on your upper cheekbones. I think. You can use the same brush, since the other powder is just clear. You don't want it to be too pronounced. You don't want it to be like, oh, there's suddenly just a different color there. But just like a feeling of, it's just kind of like glowing a bit. That you're actually blushing. And there's just a bit of blood rushing to your face, or I think that's what's happening, right? I don't understand. The body is like a friggin' mystery and a half. Okay. Yeah. I think that's looking alright. I don't know. Yeah, my friend suggested like smiling, and then it kind of creates the area you want to blush. Okay. I have no real reason to smile, of course. This is deadly serious. Okay, we're gonna move on to... What should we do next? Eyes or lips? I think lips. Because I want to use this. Oh, I don't think I should do that anymore because I have makeup on. But I like doing that noise. Just the limitations of makeup. This is a lipstick I bought recently. I think the color looks really cool. It looks very like mature and dramatic. I've never worn a color like this before. My other lipsticks are like this, which is like a lip gel, and it's pink. It's very cute. And This is like an even pinker, sparklier, cuter lip gloss. But today, we're not going for cute. We're going for sophisticated. Or something. I don't know. I don't really know what we're going for. Okay. So I haven't tried this yet. Just bought it on a whim a few days ago. This is hard to use. I thought it would be easy, but it's like it really easily spills over. Okay. Well, I overdid it. You can see there's parts where it spills over, but we can fix that somehow. I guess I'll get some paper towels. Might work. I don't know. The other ones were easier to put on because like the applicator was like more liquidy. So you just sort of had to like paint it on. Here it's more like you're drawing it on. It seems like asymmetrical somehow. How do I get this? Maybe I'll wet it a little bit. Hold on. Okay, I got myself a little dish of water for this and future emergencies. How are we doing on time? 22 minutes. My friend said I should start keeping track of how long it takes me. Not that I'm like, you know, trying to like speed run right now or anything. If anything, it's the opposite. I'm really taking my time because I want to explain things and stuff. But just so that you can get a sense of like, oh, I'm going out at 6. How long will it take me to do my makeup? Seems useful. I think what's somewhat causing it is because the light is coming in so strongly here. The like reflection makes it look like there's no makeup in some of the spots. So it's like kind of hard to tell. I think it's mostly even. I don't know. Oh man, we're sweating a lot. You gotta really make sure when you're sweating wearing makeup to just dab on the haters. If you wipe, my inclination is to wipe because it's like faster. But if you wipe, it's just GG for your makeup. Yeah, sweating sucks. I really wish I didn't sweat as much as I did. I'm like hydrophiliac or whatever it's called. No, that doesn't sound right. There's some term for it though. Someone who sweats a lot. That's me. I sweat when I'm concentrating on anything. I sweat when I'm nervous about anything. I sweat when I'm anxious. I sweat when I'm hot. I sweat when I'm cold. No, that's not true. Okay, now it's time for the final boss. Les yeux. It's like really, really difficult to touch the area around your eyes without flinching, is what I've learned. The body just rejects it, and you have to really grind it out to overcome your body's natural inclinations to not let anything close to your eye. Okay, we'll start with the easiest part, which is eyeshadow. Here I have a nice little selection by CoverGirl. Eyeshadow, like lipstick and nail gloss. There's ones where you want to just build up like a huge library of colors. because it's fun. And then you can have like a million different looks. Most of them come in like a little palette of colors that go good together. I'm not really sure what I want to do to like match with my lips. My lips are like very dark. So I think I'll use maybe like this guy. Oh, I gotta stop doing that. And see how that goes. So we'll start with the lightest color and make kind of a foundation. Can you tell? It's very, very light. It's pretty close to my skin color, but it creates kind of like a powdery foundation for the other powders to mix into. I have this thing where if I try to like... I can close this eye on its own. But I can't close this eye on its own without this eye also like closing. And then I make like weird facial expressions trying to fight this, but it's impossible. What the heck? Like, I don't understand. My body is stupid. Why can't I just close one eye at a time? I can like wink. But if I... like, this eye closes most of the way. Like, what is going on? I need that eye. That's like the only seeing eye left. Stupid. Stupid body. What are we even trying to do here? Now I'm gonna move on to the next color. It's like more of a pinky pink. And, I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing. Eyeshadow is definitely where a lot of the magic happens. But it is a subtle, arcane magic that does not reveal its secrets easily. I also have the issue where there's like a lot of like loose skin on my eyelid. I don't have like a very smooth eyelid when I close my eyes. It gets like really wrinkled. So it makes it tricky to know exactly like how it'll look. Yeah, I don't know. It's coming along. It's something. Now for the piece de resistance, this kind of purpley, sparkly one, which I think could look kind of cool with the lipstick, or it could be a gigantic clashing disaster. Who knows? Let's find out. This one's kind of thick, so it's like difficult to get it out of the palette. Yeah? I don't know. Yeah? Maybe? Can you tell? It doesn't show up particularly well in the webcam, I think. I can definitely see it more easily in the mirror. Yeah, the webcam has kind of like a... almost like a muting effect. Like it removes the like kind of sparkliness of it. And it makes it look like I just kind of got punched. I have a black eye now. That is not the look we're going for. We're going for elegant princess of the night. We want to look like a mysterious figure that stands in the corner at the ball. Who is that woman? Why does she look so sad, so pensive? And yet, perhaps underlying it all is a mischievousness? Something? I don't know. It's fun to think about stuff like that. Okay. Now... how about the sweat? I'm getting nervous because this is the hardest part coming up. So much so that my friend recommended sometimes you start with your eyes. You do that first. You just do the stuff that goes underneath the eyes. Because then, if you absolutely screw up the eyes, you don't have to redo everything. It's very easy to screw up your eyes by playing Game Boy in the dark. Okay, so we have two different lash liners. One goes underneath, one goes on top. I think we will start with the underneath one because it's a little bit easier. So this is basically just like a crayon that you rotate and it comes out. This is by Revlon Color Stay 2-in-1 angled Kajal. What in the world could that mean? And then on the other side there's a brush. So we're going to be using both of these. So I'm going to put some, you want to go as close to your eyeball as possible. And you just kind of draw it on there. And if you do your whole lower lid like this, it'll probably look too thick. So I just put on a bit, and then we're going to use the brush side and like spread it out is the game plan here. So, you know, it's what it is. It's like really difficult. But you know, we're learning. Little by little, we are learning what to do. What makes it easier is that the lower eye is like a magic word. It can look smoky. And smoky also means you screwed up. But if you call it smoky, you know, that's a lot cooler. So by like kind of brushing it out, even if I don't make it super even, which is tough, even if it like spills a little lower than I intended, which is nearly inevitable. Ooh, what a smoky eye. Ooh. Who is she with her smoky eyes? Something like that? I don't know. And then, I don't know if I want to risk it. You can do like a wing, you know, like a little cat's eye kind of thing. But let's like do the more basic look first, and then we'll do that if it feels like we're capable of it. You go right into your tear duct, which feels so weird, so unpleasant, but you know. Lately I've been trying to just appreciate the novelty of physical sensation. Now this one I did a lot better than the other side, but now they're uneven because I did this one worse. So the question is, do I try to clean this one up to match this one? Or do I make this one worse to match this one? I don't know. I do not know. But yeah, I had a like face lasering done, where they just set small fires in all of your hair follicles on your face, so that the hair doesn't grow. And it hurts a lot, but it's like a type of pain I had never experienced before. Having my skin set on fire in all sorts of tiny little places. It's so weird. You smell something burning, and you're like, ah, oh, somebody's like burning popcorn or something. Oh no. But no, it's your face. That's what's burning. It's a little terrifying. But I was like, wow, this feels really weird. Like, I have never felt anything like this before. That's actually kind of cool. So I really just tried to embrace that coolness. Okay, I'm going to try to de-smokify this eye a little bit so it matches this eye better, because I think this eye turned out a lot better. Not sure how this will go. Use our precision tool of the twisted up piece of paper towel and our helpful emergency water. Good, good. Just trying to make it look even. I don't think it's really doing anything, because eyeliner is like pretty solid. Eyeliner will stay on like even if you cry. Well, it'll run a bit, but like it won't just totally melt away. Um, it's like made to be resilient. So normally you need to use like actual makeup wipes to remove it. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work. I might even just be making it more smoky. Ah, whatever. Okay. It is what it is. You can't claim otherwise. You can't ever say that it isn't what it is. I'm gonna put a little more here. Ah, man, I don't know. Okay, now it gets even harder. This is for your top brow, or your top eyelid. This one, the body rejects on such a fundamental level that I'm sure it dates back to a impulse in the brain that I share with like a lizard or a fish. It's very, very hard to fight hundreds of millions of years of evolution of not sticking something near your eye. You don't want to blink. You don't want to flinch. Can't even see it. Oh my gosh. You're supposed to do it as close to your eyeball as possible. But then it's kind of hard to tell where it is among your eyelashes. So then you want to like thicken it a bit. And lots of other things could go wrong too. Maybe? I don't know. Who's that incredibly tall woman in the corner with only one upper eyelid eyeliner? Oh, didn't you know? She reads manga on YouTube and plays an idle game. Oh, well, I will not talk to her. uh... Ah! I blinked. I blinked, and because of that, can you see? There. Dang it. I wish I had some Q-tips. I think Q-tips are the tool that you should use instead of the balled up paper towel for your precision tool. Aw, man. It was going like pretty well. I didn't want to jinx it, but in my mind I was like, this is going pretty smoothly. I don't know if I can get it off. This stuff, especially the liquid eyeliner, this is basically just like a liquid pen. Like if you've used that kind of like marker or whatever before, it's really, really hard to get off. So I don't know if I can get it off without just annihilating the rest of the eye. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it looks cool. Who is that woman with a splotch of eyeliner on her eyelid? That's quite cool, isn't it? Oh, yes, it is quite cool. Ooh, who would do such a thing? Cool person, perhaps. Alright. It didn't go too bad. I didn't start tearing up, which is something that can happen a lot when you're doing eyeliner. I didn't start like jerking my head back, which is also a very common one. I guess I'm getting used to it. I guess I'm starting to like wear down those reflexes, devolving my status as a human being. Okay, next, mascara. My friend said this is the one that everyone buys for the first time. That when you're first learning makeup as a kid, you buy Great Lash from Maybelline. So she says as a rite of passage, I had to get this one. That made me pretty happy. Mascara comes in this wand with a spiral on it. You want to remove some of the excess when it comes off. You don't need quite that much. And then you basically want to just like comb your eyelashes. And you do kind of a jiggling back and forth motions to make sure they don't clump together too much. They're inevitably going to clump together a bit, but and really the trick is finding like weird angles that you can get all of them with. This is also, actually it's not too bad. The trick is if I got it at some on my skin, oops, which I'm surprised hasn't happened yet because normally it does, just wait for it to dry and then it'll kind of like chip away. Don't try to mess with it when it's wet because it'll just smear. Okay, that's one done. If I open my eyes too much, or if I like tilt my head down too much, it'll smear against my upper brow area. So you gotta avoid that. So that looks very silly. Yeah, the side is always harder. And a little bit more. I got some on my eyelid. It's okay. It'll join the eyeliner splotch. And then they'll be like, dang, that's cool. 2 splotches. Or maybe they'll be like, 2 splotches, that's too much. Something like that. Sure. And now my lower lashes. The lower lashes, I don't know. Does it really make a huge difference? You can't really tell. I don't know. Something like that? Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Makeup is something like that. There's other things you can do. You can do stuff with your brows. I think my brows look fine, so I don't bother. There's probably like a million other products I don't know about too. I just mentioned the brows because as a freebie, I got like a brow thing, but I haven't tried it yet. I don't really know how it works. So we'll just leave it be. It's important to clean off your brushes. You don't have to do it absolutely every time, but if you're not going to use them frequently, and right now, as I said, unfortunately, I don't really have many opportunities to do this, you should clean them. The trick my friend used was like baby shampoo, because it doesn't have like many like irritants or chemicals or whatever, will really nicely retain the like softness and fluffiness of the brush. I don't have that, so after this video is done, I'm gonna Google some alternatives. Yeah, I guess that's about it. This is my makeup look right now at my current level of skill. Can say My hair's like really poofy because I had it pushed back like that. But my hair normally looks something like this, right? Something like this? I don't know. Usually I try to part it like here, I think. So yeah, I don't know. Give me some tips. What did I do wrong? It felt kind of shaky because I hadn't done it in quite a while. But maybe we'll do more. I'll do like a speed run video sometime and see like how good I can get my time down. We could do splits even. I think that would be a lot of fun. Because as my friend said it's good to know how long it takes you to get ready if you're... Oh! I almost forgot this step. This step is really fun. This is matte finish spray. It kind of seals everything in place so it doesn't run as easily. And it makes your skin look a little more matte again, less shiny. And just... Yeah! We're made up though. The other thing, if you're a Canadian, you've been to probably the beer store before. It's like the store that sells beers. Um, Maybe that's an Ontario only thing, but whatever. There's the beer store. This thing smells exactly like the beer store, and I have no idea why. You know, there's that like kind of cold smell you get when you walk into the beer store. It's very distinct. This smells exactly like that. I don't get it. Anyways, yeah, that's it. Hope you had fun watching my little makeup adventure. Maybe more makeup content in the future. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.